For Creative Education. My name is Heramb Kulkarni. I welcome you all to this webinar with a headline of Nepal National Education Policy Reforms in the Context of Finland Education Model. We at Council for Creative Education strive with the motto of redefining education through creativity, work across different sectors within the education domains, mainly from the early childhood education, primary education, higher education, and teacher education. Through this process of webinar, we are trying to give some glimpses of what exactly is going to happen in Nepal in future. And we are coming there for a trip actually to understand research about it. And this webinar is exactly concentrated towards that area. And I can see that there are a lot of interesting researchers, academicians, educators joining in right now from different parts of world, but also many are from Nepal. So I would like to have a quick discussion here. Before we begin, actually, this is not a very formal event. I want to keep it very informal. I request you to just maybe one by one unmute yourself and say your name and where are you from, and maybe a one-line introduction about yourself, not more than that, so that we can just cover everyone. And then maybe I will just go through this list quickly. I can see my friend from Indonesia is here. So Abdul Karim, please unmute and tell you who are you and just a quick one line. Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Heramb. How are you, Mr. Heramb? Are you
Yes,
fine?
doing good. Doing good.
Okay, thanks. My name Abdul Karim. I come from Indonesia. I'm following and joining this amazing webinar, I think. Thank you very much for CC Finland to invite me to join this webinar. Thank you, Mr. Heramb.
Thank you. Dr. Abdul Karim is a researcher in the university in Cirebon, in Indonesia. He is a well-known researcher. Okay, may I request Abhishek Dev to introduce himself quickly?
Hello, everyone. I'm Abhishek from Humana People to People India, and we work in different aspects of education and particularly teacher education, of course. So we are going to represent our organization in the recently held, going to be held, the conference in Helsinki, Reimagining Teacher Educators. So I'm actually looking forward to all the work done in this area, and especially Finland, how Finland's model are spreading across the world. So thank you and my wishes.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Then we have Mr. Amir Nazir. Nazir Amir. Okay, I think Mr. Nazir is not unmuted. Okay, then Mr. Bikram. Can you just quickly introduce yourself?
Hello, sir. Heramb, sir. Regards and everyone, gentlemen and ladies there. Regards. It's me, Bikram from Nepal. And I'm joining this session. And so I'm feeling very privileged to join this nice session, nice webinar from CC in Finland. Looking forward to see our CC team, our Heramb sir here in Kathmandu soon. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. Then we have Karin. Karin.
Hi. Yes, I'll quickly put my camera on as well. Can you see me?
Hi, Karin.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Oh, great.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Heramb. I'm Karin Stein and I'm from South Africa, and we also run programs here with STEAM, and I'm very interested to hear what's been done in Nepal and how it's been working there. But welcome. Thank you for inviting me, Heramb.
Yes, thanks. And Karin is a well-known researcher, as well as she works in the STEM, activating STEM for the student agency. I think Karin will discuss more about how the Nepal things are shaping up, and you're welcome also there. We are also trying to find research about it now. Thanks. Then we have please excuse me for my pronunciation. It may not be right. Chendamoni. Am I right? Is this right?
Yes, you are right. Hi, I'm Chendamoni. You can call me Moni. I'm from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and I work in Academy of Korean Technology. Provide education from K to 12.
Yes,
Yep. Thank
excellent.
you.
Excellent.
Nice to
I
be
guess
here.
you are connected with my colleague already, Joakim, and also we have been speaking, or just to confirm on that part. Excellent. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, Chintamani. And then we have Jaya Gujran from Aim Naik School. Hi, Miss Jaya, can you just?
Hello, sir. Hello, everybody. I am Mrs. Jaya Gujran from Aim Naik School, which is located in Powai, Mumbai, country, India. Well, thank you so much.
And then you will be here very soon, correct?
Yes, sir.
You'll be here just maybe tomorrow itself or on Sunday. Excellent.
Yes,
Welcome.
Sunday.
Welcome to Finland. Tervetuloa. And
Thank you.
then we
Thanks.
have Martalia Lo.
Hi, sir. Thank you for pronouncing my name so beautifully. Correct. Very rare. People can pronounce my name well. Sorry, I cannot turn on my camera. We just got home from work and having dinner with the family. But I'm actually Moni's colleague from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. We are talking with Simran and Joakim about collaborating with CCE. And thank you for allowing us to join in this webinar today. Looking forward to hear more from you.
Excellent. Welcome. Then we have Leah. It's Leah. Leah, can you just introduce yourself?
Yes, hello, good morning. I am Leah and I'm an English teacher in a school, in a preschool in Brazil, in a small town in the countryside of São Paulo state. Thank you for this webinar and this opportunity to learn more about the Finnish education.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Welcome. Then we have Saloni Parik.
Everyone, happy to hear everyone's introductions. My name is Saloni Parik and I'm from India, Gujarat. And I currently work with the Central Square Foundation in the space of foundational literacy and numeracy. Here, I want to learn about how Finland is doing so great, being the world's happiest country, and how we are prospering in education. And looking forward to learning that from all of you and other countries also present today. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks, Saloni.
Thanks, Heramb.
Great. Welcome. Okay, then I will request my team members to introduce one by one, actually. So maybe start with Nelli.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Hi, my name is Nelli Louhivuori, and I am the Pedagogical Director for CC Finland. My background is in teaching, so I have been a teacher in Finland for several years. And now with CCE, I take care of our teacher training programs, and I am the one coordinating school visits when we have groups in Finland. But yes, really nice to be here today and interested in hearing more and having good discussions today with you. Thank you. I ask now my colleague Joakim to continue.
Thank you so much, Nelly. And it is really wonderful to meet you all here. And my name is Joakim Rowley. I work here as an education growth manager. And what that means for our community and network of teachers, researchers, and leaders is that I take good care of them, our existing network, but also looking always new ways to expanding it and offering new services and new products that we can help our partners to grow and develop their current existing work. So that's about me. Thank you so much. And I would next invite Mrs. Simran Ballani to share.
Thank you, Joakim. Pleasure to be here. Good evening for us from a very beautiful and misty Bangalore, India. It has just poured and everything, including the atmosphere and people are in happy spirit. So I'm bringing that to this session. A very good evening, a warm welcome. As Joakim already introduced, my name is Simran Ballani, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer and the Pedagogical Expert. In my role, I help education institutes, organizations in bringing out the best in themselves, highlighting that and giving accreditation to their good work. And in continuation to this, I am passionate about my research in social emotional learning and working with early years. So I will be in this session talking more about that. But a warm welcome and a very, very warm welcome to all the audience who have joined above and beyond the boundaries of Nepal, and to all the audience that is joining from Nepal. Namaste, and we are hoping to have a very good session and seeing you all real soon. Over to you, Heramb. Thank you.
Thanks, Simran. And then I can see that there is one new addition, Sangeeta Shahi. Sangeeta, can you please introduce yourself? Or did you introduce yourself or not?
No, I have not.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
hello, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. You can just introduce in a one sentence to yourself. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sangeeta Shai from Nepal. I'm working as a chief coordinator in a pre-primary school, and I would want to learn about early childhood education from Finland. Thank you so much for organizing this seminar. Thank you.
Super. Thank you. Thank you. And please contribute from your perspective. This is a kind of open meeting webinar, what we discussed together. We are here for collaborative learning, which is a basic principle of Finnish education, that we learn from each other. So that's why we are here. So please, everybody, please provide your comments here. So I will just give a brief plan for today. And thanks for everybody's introduction. We just concluded all the introduction in less than 12 minutes. I'm super happy. Now, today, the main objective of this webinar is the Council for Creative Education Finland has been active in the various different locations across globe. We are working in more than 20 countries. And since our initial years, way back in 2013-14, we are getting the teachers, educators, researchers to our conferences training from Nepal. But we never been to Nepal. And now this is an opportunity. We will be traveling to Nepal. Our team will be traveling with the other partner organization during 14th May to 21st May. And this is an opportunity for us to learn about Nepal education system, different amazing thing already been happening, a cultural context, historical context, and also some challenges that we can learn and work together with the Nepali schools. And this webinar is to understand and reflect on those challenges. So those who are from Nepal right now, please feel free to comment in between and towards the end of this webinar, and to understand about how it works. Those who are coming from other countries, they are welcome to share their ideas also from the point of view how you are implementing the Finnish education systems and pedagogical practices in your respective cities. I know many of you are already doing it, and as well as amazing doing the STEM work, STEAM work, and as well as intercultural work that you are doing. It's quite amazing, and this is an opportunity for us to all share together and work together. I also would like to say thank you for all the participants who are joining on our social media channels. We have this streaming online for our CC Finland website, as well as social media channels like Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and so on. So it's great to have you all. Please post your questions and comments and ideas in those parts. So to begin with, I will request Joakim, can you just tell me what exactly CC for those participants who are joining new?
Certainly. As you rightly mentioned, we are a very global organization of passionate professionals of education, educators, leaders, researchers. But we have very humble beginnings. We are based in Tampere in Finland, and from there we operate all around the world. indeed, as Heramb mentioned, in over 20 countries, including Asian countries and India, Africa, United States, and Europe. This is a really, it's been humbling to hear your introductions from all around the world, and also your passion for education. And I think that's something that connects us, is indeed the passion for education and the will to improve it for our learners, for the educators, and improving the societies through education. But what about CCE? What can we do, and who are we? As Heramb mentioned as well, our motto is redefining education through creativity. So we try to implement creativity and holistic learning in everything that we do and offer for learners worldwide. And we support teachers who are seeking of implementing those steps, who want to implement the best parts of the Finnish education, where we based our models as well. But as we realize that we cannot simply copy and paste everything from Finland to the rest of the world. We have to operate with the locals. We have to operate with the educators who are the experts in their field. So based on this mission, we offer different services and different products, ranging from early childhood education to higher education in universities and vocational schools. And within this range, we offer Finnish education tours, where we bring teachers and educators to get introduced to Finnish education policies, to Finnish culture, to learn more about this and take home the best parts of it to their work and their communities. But then we also work on the global level, where we do everything from teaching courses, teacher development. We do accreditation programs, which I'm going to talk a little bit later more, and all the way to school development programs, where we operate and collaborate with schools and individuals who want to open schools and model it based on the best practices in the Finnish education. And again, highlighting the best practices and connecting them with the local educational policies. And in this, we cannot do in silos. We have to operate and collaborate, because education develops constantly, and we need partners. We need you to continue doing that work. So we highly appreciate of having you all here, and looking forward to extend this collaboration further. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Joakim. I think this give you a broad idea that okay, where are we working and what kind of activities we are involved in. So let's go into the main topic for today, and the topic actually we are putting in a very simplistic form, that the Nepal government has put forward the national education policy reform just 4 years back in 2020. And this is also true for government of India, which is this neighboring country. I'm originally from India, born and brought up over there, now settled here in Finland. But my area of research is comparative education, understanding about various education models. And while learning about Nepal, we found very interesting facts and interesting data. So we are here to learn from each one of you. The main objective is that how we can be able to make this reform quite practical, how we can learn from each different sections of the education, and as well as every country has its own path towards a better tomorrow. And that path, there is always a learning point. And the same thing happened with Finland. So Finland, if you find what happened to Finland way back in 1960s and 70s versus now, it has a complete different challenges. And in a matter of 35 years, Finland decided to reform its education, define new ways of learning and teaching. And through this entire process, Finland developed its model. So is this model good for everyone, as Joakim mentioned, that okay, we are not here to copy paste anything, but can we learn from this model, as well as how we can be able to adopt different practices? We don't want to take the entire thing, but can we take some of the practices and remold it in different context? And that's why CC has been specialized in, and we have done it in the last 10 years with multiple countries and multiple schools. We are operating our schools in South Korea, Vietnam, India, as well as now we have started our schools in USA as well. And we have some interest coming from other countries as well. So this is the main model, and this is our research work that we are trying to find it out. So while studying about Nepal, we found that there has been a interesting some facts. And as I mentioned that we are coming to Nepal, and this is mainly from the point of view of we will be coming to Nepal for the one of the conference, which is the conference is called as a it is called as a EU Nepal Business Forum. This forum is targeted towards celebrating 50 years of diplomatic relationship between European Union and Nepal. This is organized by the European Union and with the Nepal Ministry of Industry and Common Supplies, and as well as various embassies of European Union in Finland, in Nepal, Kathmandu. It's a 2 days, a big conference, and those who are here from Kathmandu as well as nearby cities, you are welcome to join us. We are participating as one of the key organizations for this with other partner organizations to present and to try to find what are the various different opportunities of investments in Nepal, as well as how we can be able to develop the education sector and how we can work together in this area. So you will find this link from here, and those who would like to have invitation for this, please share your email addresses, and we will be more than happy to share you invitation to join and to welcome to our booth. And we have a stand over there, and we can be able to meet there as well. So with this part, maybe I will go back to our another topic of, let's say, for example, what we are trying to develop out of this. So we studied brief about Nepal model of education, and these references we have taken from the some research papers, as well as we discussed with a good number of educators, researchers, and now this is my humble request to everyone that when we are now traveling to Nepal, if possible, please meet us. We will be more than happy to welcome you, and we can have a good maybe coffee or something or lunch together, and then we can discuss more about this in practice. But please provide your comments and ideas here. And what we can see that Nepal has already achieved a lot of things through very different terrain, different context of education, different challenges, and different demography altogether. And through these challenges, you can see a structured model of education model, what we can see. But there are some issues that we can see here. The primary education, which is up to from grade 1 to 8, it has been constant and it has been developed over the years. What is kind of a limited access model I can see here is mainly onto this technical school leaving certificate, or let's say vocational qualifications. And the vocational skills are the key areas for the 21st century. With the advent of artificial intelligence, machine learning, what we can see really is that the hands-on skills, technical skills, vocational areas, they are getting more and more importance. And this is where the national education policy reforms are targeted towards. So NEP in Nepal is talking mainly about the skills and vocational qualifications. So this is area, and through Finnish education model, we will try to learn something out of this in this presentation, and then develop our understanding as a part. Also, I can see that while our studies, we found that there is a quite a dropout rate, or let's say completion of the grade 8 has been quite a challenge in many parts. So after primary education, moving to other places and moving towards bachelor degree programs, you can see the dropout rate quite high. And what are the challenges and what are the things we can study about it? But also there are some good indications that how those can be solved. So we'll discuss about that as well.
Heramb,
Also,
if you're showing us, Heramb, just one second. If you're showing us the slides, we are still not able to see that. We're just seeing the participating organizations.
Oh, is it so? Okay, sorry. Okay. Sorry. 1 second. Can you see the 1 second? I will stop sharing this now and then I will share screen. Okay, I really appreciate this that you mentioned to me. 1 second. Can you see this now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry for this. Actually, I was thinking that. Okay. So I was talking about this diagram figure actually, that while doing research, we found that primary education is quite has been developed over the years, and I was mentioning about this vocational part with mainly onto the vocational education diploma and the technical school qualifications, and this is where the national education policy is mainly focusing on developing skills which are required for 21st century, and how can use of technology can be predominant in developing the Nepalese vocational skill sector. In the second part, also we found that there are multiple research papers which shows that because of the structure of this master's degree program with the combination of the postgraduate diplomas, there needs to be quite a good efforts to create the flexibility between different domains. And this flexibility is required to have interdisciplinary approach in learning. So if you ask me that while searching through the national education policy, we found this word multiple times and emphasis on the skills and interdisciplinary approach. This has been a kind of a major requirement for a long time actually in this policy, as well as the completion of the master degree program or even bachelor degree program is at the very low rate. So also we found that the many students after their basic diploma and the matriculation, there is a quite number of students, they don't stay back in Kathmandu, Nepal, or they move. So the total number of migrating students are quite high, and this requires a different challenging environment to handle for the universities and colleges to retain the talent within the country. So if you see this entire picture, there are a lot of learning items we can see. And maybe one of the reference I will just mention in the next slide itself is when we studied about this Ministry of Education latest research document, which they provide a plan, which is the school education sector plan. And they find that there are some green spots are there. Mainly the enrollment, gross enrollment rate is quite good. The teachers' basic qualifications are quite in demand. Even though they have not met the target, they are quite a good qualification percentage are there. But what we see are some of the areas which requires a good attention. And one of the area which requires attention is a teacher's training. And this area where the early childhood education training, you can see that the only 19% of the teachers in the early childhood education, they are being trained and they are being given opportunity to get trained as well as develop their skills. And this is reflected in the early childhood education reforms. There is a strong efforts are being taken in the plan to develop this part. And these are the opportunities for us to work together. As well as what we can see here is that how we can be able to get the enrollment ratio for the higher grades also getting forward, but the retention rate is quite low as we go up. So these are the couple of challenges what we can learn out of this. And also we can see another challenge here is that the reading competence or reading comprehension for the grade 3 students is a challenge. So approximately 35% of the students can only complete their reading competence level at the age of 8. So this is where 7 or 8 actually. So this is where we can be able to work on. CC Finland is working on the area of comprehension. We are doing good research, as well as we have developed a program with one of the well-known researcher from Finland, Professor Heikki Lyuttinen. He's one of the major researcher in this area. He's a former UNESCO chair for foundational literacy, and he has developed one program called Comprehension Game. And that's one thing I think Nepal should work together for developing that program together with us actually. And we are getting access for that program. And while we are coming there, we are trying to find the areas where we can work with the government schools as well as with the private schools to improve this comprehension, reading comprehension. And this challenge is not only for Nepal. This challenge is for most of the countries. Reading comprehension in the current context is a major challenge. After the COVID wave, after the COVID part, you can really see that reading comprehension is a challenge. And by the way, this is not only true only for this, I said for the rest of the world. In Finland also, we are facing the same challenge. So this is our common efforts that we should take. And that's where we need the learning community to work together for this focused goal of reading comprehension. Also, we can see some learning achievement gaps also in for the other grades as we go further. But to make it more practical, this is the plan which the government of Nepal has proposed. Don't worry about this small text. But the idea here is that, okay, they have created some of the approaches and objectives to be achieved in next 10 years. And how we can align our objectives and our actions toward that. I'm going to discuss some of the areas, and my colleagues can help me to develop this vision together. So first sector out of which is early childhood education sector. And for the early childhood education sector, there are two areas I could be able to find as a major thrust areas. Also, this is through research. It is found that there is a major requirement of early childhood education teacher training, and as well as understanding about the curriculum, as well as developmental milestone and skills for active learning methods and play-based learning. So now this is the first requirement that it is come forward actually. So maybe I request Simran. Simran, do you want to share your ideas or thoughts on what could be done, or what are the different ideas CC is working on this area, just to share the things?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Heramb. As I had mentioned in my introduction, my specialization, my passion for a decade and more has been in early years. And yes, I just read a comment on our chat by Miss Leah. Absolutely correct. And this is not only true in Brazil, but in so many countries where the emphasis is on higher education in college. But what is forgotten is early years. All right. And the whole base, and I think 100 years of research is saying that everything is in 0 to 8. Here is what we can make a difference as parents, as educators, as teachers. So at CC Finland, we highly believe in walking the talk. We believe in actions. We proudly say that our courses are just not courses, but we look into the implementation before we get the certificate. So before I go into the early years courses, I would want to talk about our very proud innovation that is now shipped globally called as Sisu Box. In a minute, I will just share my screen. to show you what exactly that looks like. I hope you can see this.
Yes, we can see. You can just.
So let me just start by saying, till my screen is loading, Finland made a radical change in terms of how the early years experience was, and about for mothers, for the children. And they came up with something called as Kela's maternity pack. And we are very proud of this thing because the nurturing, the overall development, the caring starts much before the baby is born. So the mother is comfortable. So this is basically given to all the mothers, and it has all the essentials they will need.
Simran, can you just click on the right side bottom corner full screen? Yes, thank you. Please.
Is it better now? Yeah. Okay. So this basically, when comes home and is given to a mother who's a first-time mother or even a second-time mother, it is a complete package of what a child will need or what she will need to get her this beautiful journey started. And here, the hidden part is that a lot of emphasis is done on the brain development. A lot of emphasis is done on mother's peace of mind or parents' peace of mind, that they have all the essentials to take care of this newborn. Now, getting inspired by this and reading more research, we do work with a lot on the SDG goals, and one of the goals is quality education. So all of this inspiration gave birth to our own Sisu box. Now this Sisu box is an entire Finnish preschool in a box which can be used by a teacher for about 10 children, and it has all the learning material, all the aids that is required for her to accomplish all the brain development goals and playway methods. So we're very proud of this, with teaching aids and games for teachers and parents. And yes, these boxes are not only for teachers but have been bought by parents. And it is just not homeschooling parents, but parents who want to give above and beyond to their child. And we are very, very proud again for this prestigious design from Finland. And what's inside the box is, as I said, end to end, right from the games, from the teaching aids to the edutech solutions, where there is no report that is like, we're not looking at the end result, but we're looking at the journey, which is the report, which is more of a learning report. And we have, yes, 145 plus learning fun and games and activity sheets, books, courses for parents, for teachers. And this is just a small glimpse of what all is in the box. And let me see if I can show you more of these things. And yes, there are annual subscriptions. We are sending newsletters to parents every week to give them all the activities, ideas above and beyond what is there in the brochure that they get. Let me just show you one more slide. Heramb, do you want to talk about this a minute by the time I show them more of how we are working in Asia on this?
Sure, thanks. So the main activity, or let's say main objective for this part, is to provide a fun learning experience. And we see this on regular basis that, okay, in many countries, the reform is happening. Everybody wishes to develop this fun learning at the early years. It is easy to say, but difficult to be implemented because of the teachers. If you ask the teachers to teach without books, they are clueless at many places. So what we have designed here is that the games, activities, which are very fun and through which you can measure the learning outcomes. And we are connecting this with the app, and you can be able to document the learning outcomes. And many places, to be specific, at the age of 6 and 7, many countries expect the homework to be given. In Finland, we have different kind of homework. We don't give the homeworks just for the sake of repeating the facts, but we The homework, there is another myth is that Finland don't give homework. We do have homeworks in Finland, but those homeworks, they are to refresh your mind and to reflect on the content which has been learned. So through these points, the objective of Sisu Box is to remove the dependence of the teacher and students only on the textbook, but get it towards more active learning methods. And second important part, give relief to the parents and students from the homework and get them these activities which they can self-reflect on, and the documents can work on their own very easily. Yes.
Thank you very much, Heramb. So now you can see the unboxing of this, and this has gone to, in about 3 years back, it was the first time in India, it went to 350 homes, and the parents were trained to use this Sisu box. This is in our Bangalore school in India. And we actually had the children explore this box when we inaugurated it, rather than teachers telling the parents. And it was amazing that they can come up with a lot more activities when they are given that time and space and actually learn while they're playing. And as I said, this comes with a complete curriculum, teacher training, and parents training. And these are some of the glimpses. This we already saw. At this time, I also would want to take you to one more place where you can find more about this Sisu box. So if you go onto our page, let me see if this is coming up. You will see there is an entire page which is dedicated to Sisu box. You could go here and find everything about the Sisu box, how you can order, what are the different types of Sisu box that you can order according to the needs. There was also a question about the courses. So that also can be found on our website. And under the courses, we have something called as an entire bundle of early childhood education. And this can give you all the courses that you need to get started and become an expert in early years. So on our website, what I would like to see if you're an early years specialist is go to Sisu box to learn more about the Sisu box. Go to our courses and go to early childhood education, where you can see our different programs like diploma in early years, advanced diploma, leading preschool in a Finnish way, where if you're planning to open your preschool or you want to enhance your preschool, and play pedagogy and STEM. So with this, I would invite you to this world of exploring the best that is to be offered in the early years. Thank you very much. Over to you, Heramb.
Thanks, Simran. Thanks, I appreciate. I think this you got, like, for example, once we start working on a specific area, how we can be able to try to find how first we have to understand the root cause of the problem, and then how try to find solutions which are more creative and active learning methods which are targeted towards this 21st century learning methods. So one of the area what we found in this entire part is that if we are trying to solve the problems in breaks or in sections, it will not help. You need a comprehensive solution for that. And for that, you need to develop the team, develop the overall plan, as well as you need to have a strategic vision by the management, by the school teachers, principals. And this is not a one-person job. This is a shared leadership vision. And for that, CCE has worked tirelessly to develop something called as a CCE accredited schools. This program, which we are doing as per the NEP requirements, National Education Policy requirements, this has been a quite successful and well sought programs in India as well. And we are proud to have some schools already in this call as well, those who are in the process of getting accredited. And this is where the planning. So may I request Joakim to share a brief about what exactly this accreditation works on?
Oh, certainly. So what I would love to tell about accreditation, you've seen a little bit about our services and our operations in general. And something that we've been discussing is the kind of localizing aspect of things. So indeed, our CCE's accreditation program is something where we take the best of two worlds of the best parts of the Finnish education policies and education with your local standards and education policies. And this is an official recognition, non-governmental, a voluntary process, which really allows you to not only recognizing the current fantastic work that you are doing as a school or a learning institution, but also highlighting those successes. But also because it's a really reflective process, which I'm going to discuss a little bit in a moment. It also helps you to recognize what are some of the development aspects that you recognize as a school or a learning institution or government or local community that you need to be doing. And rarely we have this time in our daily basis of really having this opportunity to look into those aspects. And finally, it is a way to develop a very comprehensive program, how you can develop those. So it's not only recognizing and recognition, but it's also very, very hands-on, tangible steps and programs that we guide you to achieve those things. This is something that we don't simply indeed copy and paste from the Finnish education and replace something that you're already existing, because we really want to focus on your key strengths or something that you're already doing. We want to add to it. And that's why we look into the Finnish education with your process and take the best parts of it and add to your existing programs. And what does that look in practice? This is approximately a 6 to 8 month program with CCE and our experts, our network. Our committee guides you throughout this process. And the first step is really, it is quite a detailed application process. We ask you to submit a lot of information about your organization, a lot about your materials and existing policies, the way you operate. Perhaps the learning material, about the learning of the educators, some of the practices, which Heramb is just showcasing here. So it is quite a list of application process, but it's really for us to understand who you are as a school, as an organization, but also for you to learn and recognize these things for yourself. So it's a really reflective part of the process. So after the review and the application process, we have the review stage. So and our professional team looks into it. They review all the materials implemented, and afterwards we begin preparing an on-site visit, where our team travels to your destination. We travel and meet with your teachers. We meet your leadership. We meet your learners and meet your parents. And in those visits, approximately 48 to 72 hours, we add to this image that we have from you, because we need to understand your current methods and your current facilities as well as possible in order to build what it is, the development program. And we offer many, many different programs based on our customers' needs. And based on this information, we form a full 360 analysis of what you're currently doing, where would you like to get, and what is holding you back of reaching some of those Finnish education policy standards. And we create this gap analysis, which will showcase it each step by step. And once we have identified this, it becomes the time to work and put the implementing stage. And we support you with this, with our program, with our professionals. And when it comes to recognition time and the actual accreditation, it is not the end part. It is not where we finish our work. It is only reaching one goal where we begin with continuing the work, having these very regular meetings with you and your organization, and we continue working with you and making sure that the steps and the important steps that you've taken, that you are following them and you have everything you need to implement and achieve them. Heramb and Simran, is there anything that you would like to add? Have I forgotten anything? I will tell you how to get started in just a moment.
No, I think it's perfect.
I think this is perfect, and the idea, okay, that people, like, everyone can just search more from the website. We have also shared the website here for everybody's benefit, and also contribute from your side that if something needs to be developed further, actually. So we really believe in the researcher community is our family, CC family, and through which we can learn together. Okay, so this is the basic idea of today part.
Just a quick note
as
that
we go ahead. Yeah.
I will leave my contact information in the chat if you want to directly reach out and learn more about this and begin the conversation, because this is a lot of information in one go. We can continue this further, but back to you, Heramb.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Joakim. Along with this overall comprehensive view at how we develop the schools, one more important aspect we found is on the teachers' qualification, and that is a major area of development, what we found. And for that, actually, I wish to invite my colleague Nelli and to have a short chat with Nelli. Nelli, you are a teacher from Finland, and you have been. It's not only that you are in Finland. You have traveled extensively, also in India, to understand about various different education models, and you work with the schools at CC. You work with the schools to develop the teacher training competence and teachers' skills altogether. So, what do you think, or what do you see that what are the key strengths of the Finnish teacher and how they are getting built in the teacher education? Can you provide some kind of a pathway that how it happens, what is a qualification criteria to become a teacher in Finland, and how we adopt this to different countries as well? So please start with the qualifications of the teachers.
Yes, thank you, Heramb. So the qualification in Finland is the master's degree for classroom teachers and subject teachers. For ECE educators, it is a bachelor's degree, but many ECE educators also might continue with doing the master's degree later on. But to work as a teacher in Finnish schools, you have to have the master's degree. And the training is, it's usually 5 years. So you first do the bachelor and then you continue with the master's. And I could describe the training program to be really hands-on studies. We really learn by doing. For example, if I, as a classroom teacher in Finland, I might teach my students to do ice skating. So then during my studies, I also did some ice skating so that I will learn how to then one day teach my students how to skate. Or I remember when we were studying math and pedagogy behind how to teach math, we were really doing with our hands and with the mathematical toys, all the things so that we one day can teach the same things. So it's really practical, it's really hands-on. And one key element that it's different comparing to many other countries is that we have these periods of practice, like practice weeks in schools, where we really teach the students in those schools, and then we have these coaching teachers that then provide feedback after the lessons. And during those weeks and months, we really learn how to plan our lessons, our work, but many times we also do these training weeks together with our teacher-student colleagues or like other students, so that already at that point we learn how to cooperate, we co-teach as teacher-students. So then when we go to working life, we already have these really practical skills that we can then implement to our work. And also do cooperation with other colleagues. And I think the importance of having this master's degree in our system is that during our studies, we learn how to be reflective, when we think about our work. Every day we reflect how our lessons have gone and how we could improve our teaching and our students' learning. So because it's academic, we learn also how to search for new methods, new ideas to our work, and then implement those later on. So it's like a reflective circle that we continue doing with our work, so that we always try to improve ourselves and our teaching. I hope that I answered your questions, Heramb.
Yes, Nelli. I think, yeah. Now maybe add-on question to that part. It may not be possible for all the countries to have this detailed 5 years program that they will be able to do. Many countries are getting this reform, but still the objective is to solve the problems on the ground, where the access to education, access to technology, access to basic human resource is a challenge. So when CC works with these schools across the globe, what kind of strategies CC adopts, or what kind of strategies you adopt? Like when you train the teachers in different countries, do you have some suggestions or ideas when you work?
Yes,
or
so
what
for
kind of
example,
priorities you plan for that? Yes.
yeah. So for example, I was training Indian teachers to use co-teaching in their work, and I was training them in schools in India, and we noticed that it's impossible to compare the Finnish, for example, the Finnish daily schedule to the Indian school schedule every day, because it might be structured differently, or the teacher's timetable might be different. So then we really had to dig deeper, and with the management of the school, we had to build the school timetable, the teachers' timetable, so that it made it possible for the teachers, for example, to do cooperation, to do together longer lessons together, so that they were able to change the ways they were working earlier. So I noticed that, as also Joakim said, that it's impossible to copy-paste systems, but we have to really work with the teachers, work with the management of the schools, also with the parents, so that everybody understands what kind of changes we are doing, how these changes can be done in a way that it makes the teaching, the learning possible, and that it makes the learning better for the students, and the teaching easier for the teachers also. So yeah, it's not an easy work. It's not an easy task just to try to do these big changes in schools, because there are so many factors affecting the days in schools in different countries.
Very true. So I think that's why we follow the hybrid approach. So we have some courses and trainings done on the site with the schools, and then once after that we follow online with different courses. All our courses has a hybrid approach, where we have live meetings, interactions, some assignments, and then we follow with the day-by-day progress, how the teachers are working. So it's like a real hand-holding methods through which we work on. So that's perfect. So having said all this plan, so this is our kind of broad approach. But one area which is a part of the national education policy of Nepal is concentrating is on the technology and innovations in school education. And this policy was drafted in 2020. This is still a kind of a draft stage. Once you have, you can have a document, a good document, but to see that document on practice at the school level or the grassroots level, you need a lot of efforts. And during this part, you may need to change the strategies. And one of the strategy, every education model needs to be changed after November 2022, is this one single concept called how the education technology will work in the schools. What happened in November 2022? Everybody knows that, okay, the Chat GPT was launched on November 2022. And from this day onwards, we now don't, nowadays, if you ask any teenager or the university going student, do you do the search or do you query or do you do prompt? They always will say, okay, we now don't know how to do search. We are prompting. So prompt engineering, prompting through the Chat GPT, these are the new trends. Now, people may say that this is applicable maybe for Europe or USA, but I will tell you the fact matter. The global South countries are the first one to adopt the artificial intelligence revolution and faster than the global North countries. And this has been proven through the data. And also the adoption of the technologies and adoption and access to the machine learning models is getting so affordable that you will see that your students will have more access to these models than you as a teacher. And then you are under the impression that they will not use ChatGPT or they will not use any AI model. Then you are wrong, actually. In fact, you are in the kind of you are in the ivory tower. We can really see that the school needs to adopt the strategy for how the AI should be approached. We cannot ban it. We should not ban it because AI will be there for a long time. It is going to affect how the jobs are there. If we don't prepare our students for the AI world, that means we are not teaching them properly. For that matter, we have done a good research program and we are developing, this is something called as an AI-enabled school. Here, we are not saying that you should give tools of the AI. This is not about what kind of tools are there, but what is our school strategy? What is our plan? How the school should design the strategy for artificial intelligence? So this is the process, step-by-step process. This is 29-step process to design a very soundproof, solid strategy for implementing AI in the classrooms, in the school as a whole. And also it gives various tools, because nowadays the user experience of the tools will be super easy. You don't need a training to teach a AI-based tool. In fact, the machine learning can be able to help and get trained itself as a model, how to react to the various user interfaces. That's not a challenge. The challenge is that, okay, how you are going to change your assessment, how you are going to change your teaching methods, how you are going to change your overall strategy of learning and teaching. That's a bigger challenge. So through this program, we are going to take some real world examples. We are going to have some guidance how to use AI in schools and classrooms. And there are some teachers' strategies which are being mentioned over there. Also, we need to, as a school, we all to also make sure that the access of this information or access of this tool should not go into the wrong direction, and that school should take a stand. Where school can take a stand, that is also we are going through this program, which is called as AI-enabled schools. And we can see that the countries like Nepal, India, Vietnam, Thailand, where the AI is being really on the roll, and we are a kind of a front runner for this to develop this model for us. So these key areas we are right now working on. And this is where in Nepal, we will be discussing more about these programs. And you can see that we will be having a good kind of a concept where we will be developing this discussion on how we are going to plan the overall concept of the CISU box, AI-enabled schools, CC accredited schools. This is where we are going to discuss more through this overall program in Nepal. So, and also, if you are interested to know about teacher training programs as well as our publications, we are looking for K-12 school partnerships in Nepal in coming days. as well as we are looking for some publication houses and teacher education universities, principals and teachers to collaborate with. So this is our objective and this is our plan, and that was the major thinking behind this webinar. I can see there are some questions in the chat that we can just quickly go through, and I will be happy to answer some of the question. Joakim has already shared his contact details. There is a question by Saloni that how is your association with government schools of India? Okay, let me, we are super proud in telling this part. CC Finland has been we have been working with the government of Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Maharashtra and Goa since 2016. And during this last 7 to 8 years, we developed some of the models in the government school in Chhattisgarh as well as in Maharashtra, mainly in the far eastern Maharashtra, which is kind of a remote areas as far as the central Maharashtra is concerned, or what we call as a developed cities like Pune, Mumbai, but we go to the far eastern cities, including Bhandara, Chikaldara, and so on. So we have been working on these areas quite actively, and as well as we found that some of the teacher trainings are more effective in the tier 3 cities, tier 2 cities than the tier 1 cities or metro cities. There are reasons for that. Since I'm smiling, you know the reasons for that as well. But this is where we can work together and start for that. So thanks for this question. There is a question that are these boxes, SISU boxes are getting shipped, and are you shipping these boxes to Brazil? So yes, CC Finland, we are shipping these boxes to more than 12 countries as of now. These boxes are available on our website, as well as we have these boxes which are on the process of getting onto the Amazon, as well as we have all shipping methods available online. We have collaborated with the FedEx so that once the order is received and once the box is assembled, because everyone, we assemble the curriculum and design it for you box, and we can send it to in less than 5 working days. The FedEx has given us a guarantee that, okay, they will deliver it in 5 working days. So welcome to join and welcome to this learn through these boxes as well. So this is about it. I think we have answered most of the question. Any comments if anyone would like to ask? Any comment or ideas? This is a microphone is open. Please unmute your microphone and share your ideas. We still have 5 more minutes to conclude. Okay, I think this is a good discussion altogether. We started with a good introduction. There were a couple of people who joined after our initial introduction. Is anyone here, I think, who had joined after that and who has not introduced himself or herself? If not, then I will give 2 introductions, which I put it for the last. One, my colleague Nandini, who is taking care of all the coordination communication. Nandini ma'am, you can say hi to everyone. She is our backbone for the communications.
Hello, everyone.
And yes, excellent. And then the creative mind behind the creatives. We have Kalyan here. Kalyan, you can say hello to everyone. Yes, I think he's on the mute. So with this part, all the colleagues, I would like to say thank you to all the participants who are joining actively and looking forward to build this community further and further. All the best and thank you very much, and see you soon in Kathmandu, Nepal. Bye-bye.
Thank you so
very
much, sir.
much.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you soon, sir.